Afternoon world, welcome to Wednesday. Is it the 2nd of April? And it is starting to look quite green out there now. Right then, shall we have a look at you? I feel a bit guilty. See, he breaks off. That's well rooted. He's well and truly in the ground. I wonder if I can find him. He's down in there, isn't he? Okay, well, I've given up with that one. Let's try two there, two there, two there. I feel really guilty pulling them up, but I want to see what the roots are doing. So I don't think the field's going to miss just the one. So not quite as well rooted as next door. I would like to have seen it a bit deeper than that, but hang on, you can go back in there, Mush, just in case. You never know, it might grow, probably won't grow, but it's more likely to grow with his feet back in the dirt. No, I'm going to leave you there. Right, so this was the first field we planted, so the furthest advanced. And over the back there, I can see some green on the last field we planted. Great lees. What we actually need is a bit of rain. We don't need a lot. 5-6 mil would be nice, you know, overnight, 5 or 6 mil overnight. Will be plenty actually, just to help get this going, give it a chance, get its feet down. But yeah, we'll have a look over the brow, and then I'm gonna go have a cup of tea with my dad. So I know I was here yesterday with the missus, but I'm going to be looking at it fairly regularly. Main reason being, I want to see if we've got an issue with the birds. And at the moment, that looks fairly bird-free over there, which is a relief. Hello. Neighbour's got his fence back up. Nice job, Chris. Yeah, that needs some rain in there. Just had a couple go by on a tandem. I said to him, that looks like hard work. He goes, it is for me. She's there chuckling away on the back. But you know, nice way to spend the afternoon with your missus. As in with her looking at the back of your head. Right, that also looks green, but thirsty. No birds though, so I don't need any guns yet. It's actually quite warm, the wind, believe it or not. This wind is gonna suck the moisture out of the ground through the plants. Right, actually, even my wet bit looks less wet. The wind is actually trying to blow my hat off. Hang on, if I unplug the speaker a minute. Right, no birds, so that's it. It's one thing I haven't got to think about, but we did plant this seed quite deep. You can go in the hedge, along with my 2 dead foxes. I bet they're starting to smell a bit ripe now. You don't need to see that. Anyway, we've still got water coming up here. In there somewhere, I reckon. It's just catching in that wheel rut. But that has dried up a bit down there. I'm gonna have a closer look. It's still coming up. It's just that down there where it was when we were drilling it, it's drying faster than it's coming out, I think. Let's have a look with my pokey stick. Are you still running down through there? Yes. Still running. And out through there. Still moving. So the issue hasn't gone away. It is, in fact, I can see it running down through there. It's not a spring, is it? Doing that. Somewhere around about there is coming up. Water level in there has gone down quite a bit. It's still coming in over there, but it's definitely not going out over there. So where is that going out? Is that can't just be evaporation, can it? Well, one thing's for sure. Even if this pond had anything to do with that water leak there, it's got nothing to do with that one up there, because that is 4 meters above that, and the last time I looked, water does not flow uphill. I don't think it's a great loss not putting the drone up today. I don't think. I mean, we can see the green lines from down here, but from up there looking down, they do not stand out so well. Right, you can go in there. One thing with the wind, just tend to blow all the rubbish in one side, so it's easier to pick it up. So I will probably spend the rest of my life picking up bits of plastic and rubbish out of the fields. So from previous keepers, shall we say, who cared a bit less about it than I do. Dirty. Not a bad haul for just walking up that bit of hedge line there. So probably be some more there tomorrow. You know, a little bit at a time. Eventually we'll get there. And that's the pile I picked up the other day. So we'll pick it all up now, take it home, put it in the bin. Yeah. And the bit I dropped. That's a big fat bunny rabbit. No point in showing you because it's way too far away for the GoPro, but take my word for it, that is a big fat bunny rabbit. Right, well, welcome back folks. It is 10 past 6, and since the last time I picked the camera up, I've got more or less no work done at all. I had intended to come back and get that on that and go and rattle over the bits of ground that I levelled yesterday, but never got the chance. So I seem to have spent most of this afternoon sorting out other people's problems. So I've got enough of my own to sort out, but you know, Apparently I'm quite good at sorting out other folks' problems as well. So you are going to need a bail shortly. I might have to do something about that as well. That might be tomorrow. I might try and get a baler tonight. Won't be this minute though, unless I do it in me Crocs. Don't tell the wife I might do it in me Crocs. She doesn't need to know. It's not actually that shitty in there. I can probably get away with it. So I just want to go around the back and see what the guys have brought back. We've been taking down a dead walnut tree today, and the customer, when I quoted this job last year actually, and it got delayed and it got delayed and it got delayed, and then all of a sudden it was a panic, she wanted it done. But they've brought back, they said, some of the timber. Unfortunately, we couldn't get in there with anything big to cut it, get it out in a lump. So it's had to come back. That doesn't look terribly good anyway. It's had to come back in pieces. So that is a very light heartwood. Walnut's usually a lot darker than that. Right, okay. Well, if somebody wants a piece of walnut for something, shout quick, because it'll be gone. But I mean, there is probably a few bowls and stuff in there, you know, if you're a bit of a wood turner. That's the chip. The chip doesn't actually look too bad. Right, okay. I've come round and I found out what I wanted to know. So I think they're going to go back. Haven't quite finished this job. I give them 10 hours to do it, which is about right. They said they've got about 2 hours left to do tomorrow, and the customers actually asked them to do some extra as well. So I'm probably not going to see them till midday. But I have got a second job for tomorrow to go after that, and I've already organised Friday. So yeah, if Reg is ready tomorrow to get the sprayer off, I should be able to get away. Spoke to Toby briefly earlier about that. So I've given him my first impressions on what I think of it. And it sounds like it's going Saturday, but it sounds like I might be getting a visit from Toby and someone else Friday, which might include discussing us trying another machine. But not an orange one, green one. I've decided against feeding the cattle in me Crocs. It's a bad idea. Let's not do that. There's a little patch of, I wouldn't call it nasty, but not great. A little patch on that bale. But those bales are 2 years old. And actually they've kept really well. And the cattle are, well, they seem to be really enjoying them. So, yeah. Well, they're going to eat it. I'll keep feeding it. Right, come on, Lumpy, out the way. I bet that hurt you more than me. Bit far forward, I think. Excuse me. Thank you. Mind your backs. No, don't go in there. Every time in it, you got to try your luck. Right, back up. Yourself in the eye with that, did you? Silly girl. I was talking to my dad earlier with reference to cattle, and he said, "Oh, are you bringing some cattle down to the farm this year?" And I said, "Yeah, well, hopefully, if we pass a I nearly said MOT then, past TB test. So we got TB test first week or so of May. I said, so there's not much point in me bringing anything down before then. And he said, well, what are you going to do about calving and AI or serving cows? And I said, well, it's kind of looking like at the moment we've been that busy. The couple of times when Sam the vet's been able to come and see me, I haven't been around. And the time when I'm around, he's busy doing his other veterinary stuff. I mean, Sam travels all around the country doing what he does. He's a specialist in certain things. So it's getting to the point now where I'm sort of looking at our dates, and we're not going to have any calves this year. If I put a bull in with them now, we're not going to calve until January next year. So whatever happens, we're not going to be calving. That's 2 years without calves, which for a farm and profitability and stuff like that is diabolical. Terrible. I mean, as it, the thing that the saving thing was, we had too many cattle, and we were going to sell some. We couldn't sell any because of TB. So we're going to kill a few more. So we've got 2 more booked in. One's already sold. So I think we've got beef boxes coming for the 20th of June. If you want one of those beef boxes, get your order in now. I think we've got 2 animals booked in, which is 16 boxes. I think, last count, we still have 6 boxes left to sell. I haven't really pushed it yet because it's June. I've got plenty of time. And yeah, so we were talking about how we're going to go about stuff, and I think this is the way it's going to happen. I think nothing's going to happen now before next TB test. If we go clear first week or so in May, I think we will separate all the young stuff, put it to one side. We will take over to the farm phase 1, phase 1, we will separate out half a dozen of the larger steers, not anything that's fit to go coming up this year, but larger steers, and take them over, animals that are like 2-year-old. We'll take them over to the farm. We'll give them a day or so over there just to acclimatise themselves and do what they want to do. Once they're settled in and settled down, we will then take all of the young calves that aren't even actually weaned yet. There's a bit of hay on there. We're going to wean them. And we will take them over to join the older animals. Hopefully those older animals will be a calming influence on the youngsters, because we have had youngsters before just jump hedges and fences and disappear, so yeah, hopefully that won't happen. And then the only thing left here will be cows that were either culling out, like number 110 in there. She's going to have to go because she's got a very weak back end, and it would be unfair to put her in calf and dangerous for her. We will go through the cows then, and I think we will then decide on how we're going to go about AIing. Because I don't want them all going in calf on the same day. We can't handle 10 or 12 cows or 15 cows all calving on the same day. That's not going to work for me. So we need to do it in like batches. So I think we're going to go through the animals, then sort out, see to the ones that we want to go first, which would be some of the older cows I expect. And I think we're going to be looking to calve around about this time next year. when they go out, and I'm going to have to just tag the calves outside. I think that's going to cut out all the possibilities and problems of young calves in a wet, cold barn over the winter months. It's a little bit more dodgy for me tagging stuff, but so be it. It just means that then we can manage the other young stock, and we haven't got to do any TB tests for 6 months. So by which time, because it'd be May, this is all provided we pass our test, they'll be back in from the other farm, and what I want to sell, because we'll have some heifers for sale. Some of those heifers will stay here. We'll go. We'll thin our numbers down, so we'll have less animals again. We could have probably a dozen less than we've got now in the shed for this winter coming. Less mouths to feed, more space for animals, just lower pressure on the farm. And all this gives me a bit of time to concentrate on getting myself stuck into Tether Farm with all the stuff I've got to do over there. So I've still got to do my red tractor application. I've still got to do, no, that's done. Mainly my red tractor application, which I'm going to have to sit down and go through. I've been putting it off. It's going to mean hours in the office going through all these questions and all these things, and then I'm going to have to tick boxes. Have I done that? No, I haven't. I better go and do it. So before I put the application in, there are certain things I got to do. I'm going to have to retake my rodenticide test because it's out of date. So I got to retake my rodenticide test because for red tractor I've got to have all my numbered wrap boxes. I've got to have all my records for that. So that's just one of the things I got to do. I've done my spray stuff, and then we're going to have to work on things like storage and record keeping. So I've got quite a bit to do. On top of that, still got to run the tree company and still look after Dad. I'm not making excuses, I'm just saying I've kind of got enough to do. So taking a bit of pressure off of me with the cattle this year, yeah, it's not a bad thing. Some of the cows are getting a bit fat. So some of the old cows, if they've gone fat, probably won't go into calf, which means they may well get culled out. Not Mary. Okay, don't worry about Mary, she's safe. So yeah, I'm just trying to reorganise life really around having 2 farms instead of 1, and another set of responsibilities, another set of costs, worries. Yeah, I'm not complaining, okay? I'm not complaining. I wanted this. I wasn't quite ready for it, but I wanted it. I've got it. Now I'm going to knuckle down and get it done. At my pace. Hopefully that made some sense. I'm playing some of it back in my head and go, oh, don't make sense, but I think it will. I think you get the gist of it. So our core business and how we earn our living, our core business remains the tree company. I have to concentrate quite a lot of my time and effort on the tree company, keep the guys busy and keep money coming in to pay for the house and pay all our bills. The farm, even with both farms, I know I could not make minimum wage. I know. I think if I'm lucky in this next year with what we're doing over at Tether Farm and here, I reckon I'll be lucky to go 50% of minimum wage. So, and whoever keeps record of my hours? Nobody. I mean, it's 6:30 now, and I'm still down here doing stuff. Yeah, minimum wage, as far as farmers are concerned, is pretty ridiculous, really. So, if you work for a farmer and you're clocking in, you're clocking out, you're doing your hours, you know what you're doing. But the farmer himself, yeah, it's all the other stuff he has to do. That also, occasionally, if he's lucky, includes studying the inside of his eyelids in his chair, but not usually for me. I ain't very good at that. Right, okay, enough waffle. I am gonna go and eat some cake.